We continue the conversation with Edgar Villanueva. He runs the Decolonizing Wealth Project. That's an organization that helps fund Black and indigenous-led groups across the country. He's also a member of the Robeson County's Lumbee tribe. We started the conversation by asking how his tribe has been affected by the pandemic. And then we listened.
Native communities have been devastated by this pandemic. You have to think about the conditions we're in prior to a crisis. So we already have very high rates of unemployment. We have cycles of poverty over generations that really exacerbate our conditions. And we have high rates of health disparities.
Edgar, tell me about the money you raised for the Lumbee tribe here in North Carolina.
So I run an organization called Decolonizing Wealth Project, and we have a fund called Liberated Capital that supports Black and indigenous-led organizations around the country. When the pandemic hit, we immediately responded to deploy resources to Native-led recovery efforts.
When you talk to people, when you travel the country and you talk to people, what don't people understand?
So when we see the uprisings in the street, the demand for racial justice, when we see indigenous communities asking for what we want and need, this is the result of problems that have been sort of festering under the surface of our communities for a long, long time. Poverty is the product of very intentional policies that have been made through the years that have caused certain groups to benefit from those policies.
And you talk about the struggle. The mascot names have been something that have been plaguing tribes for years, and now it's at the forefront. Talk to us about what your tribe feels about what's going on nationwide.
The Redskins is a racial slur when you look back at the history and the origin of that name. And so to dehumanize a group of people to a slur or to a mascot really perpetuates these ideologies that allow us to continue to harm people over and over again.
So how do we move forward from here?
In order to move forward, I strongly believe that we have to start by looking back. We must understand the true history of this country. We live in a nation where 27 states do not even mention Native Americans in the history books. And so there's an active erasure of our history. We don't want to take account for harms that have been done to groups of people. We have to actually understand and be clear and grapple with that history in order to get into a position to really move forward.
27 states. Villanueva believes change is possible, and he is hopeful.